Welcome to Personality Psychology's video lecture about male and female differences. Dr. John Gray wrote a book several years ago titled Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. If you're a man, then you know how difficult women can be. If you're a woman, then you know how difficult men can be. My father is 65 and he says that he still doesn't know anything about women. Centuries of researchers have tried to refine many of the issues surrounding male and female differences. Women still have the tendency to outlive men, and there are still some really old views when it comes to the traditional view of men and women and their roles in society and at home. Each school of thought has their own approach to what importance gender plays in personality development. Remember that Freud said that little girls display penis envy and boys have desires for their mothers. Erikson believed that the relationship between males and females is strong. Jung didn't attach any values to male and female characteristics. The biological and evolutionary approaches would say that it's important for men to have as many sexual contacts as possible in order for them to perpetuate their genes. The behaviorist approach believes that our characteristics are learned. If our mother punishes us for getting our pretty dress dirty and our dad rewards us for wrestling, that will influence how we see our own gender role. The cognitive approach says that socialization helps us to develop gender schemas, which tells us what is appropriate and what is not. The trait approach says that we have both masculine and feminine traits, but they're on a continuum. The humanistic view minimized the traits, but highlighted self-actualization. Finally, the interactionist approach believes that our traits are tied to the demands of the social situation. One of the most significant issues is the influence on masculinity and femininity. There are obvious differences between men and women, but there's a lot of overlap as well. When it comes to personalities, men and women are more similar than different. Men develop psychologically masculine traits, behaviors, and abilities. This is primarily because they act upon the expectations of others and the strong socialization pressures of society. Women tend to develop feminine traits and are maintained by adult roles. Cognitively, men do better on visual and spatial tasks, and women have more advanced verbal abilities. Women are more expressive and non-verbally sensitive, as well as nurturing. Men are more violent and aggressive. When it comes to relationships, men are more casual in their approach to sexual relations. Gender is a key influence in our perception of another's personality. We get confused and frustrated if we can't tell if somebody is a male or a female, or even if they have too many masculine or feminine traits. Gender differences in personality are not innate, and they have no ability to be changed. Several things such as learning and conditioning, social expectations, motives, and abilities influence them, and biological tendencies. They're like every other personality variable we have talked about. But by knowing this, we can become less frustrated by creating stereotypes and false assumptions about the other gender. We learn the differences in achievement and emotionality, and that men are truly from Mars and women are indeed from Venus.